and welcome to another episode of the Kat Mak Talk Show. I am Kat Mak, where I share women's stories and their power, from pain to power, from what they're doing now, because I have made it my mission to share your voice, because I know that your voice will make an impact in the world. If we can reach one person, then we have reached the masses. So today I have Teresa Broussard. You're a best-selling author in the Empower Her Powerhouse Edition. So congratulations. You're
Thank you.
also a cardiovascular sonographer. So, Teresa,
So,
introduce yourself and tell me what a cardiovascular sonographer is.
I'm Teresa Broussard. I have been doing cardiovascular sonography for almost 2 years. So basically what that is we do ultrasounds of the heart. We do ultrasounds of the arteries and veins in the legs, arteries and veins in the arms. We scan the abdominal aorta in the stomach, and we also do the carotid artery in the neck.
However, even though you have such a taxing job, you're also a
Yes,
high ticket sales mentor, and
I
you
am.
decided to change your life and do something a little bit different aside with what you're doing. Why did you decide to write your chapter?
There are so many women out there who are stuck. I want them to know that you don't have to be stuck. There is more for you out there. It's just it takes you stepping out of your comfort zone and taking it to the next level. And if I can reach one person out there and get them to achieve the success that they want, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I love that you said it's about you wrote. I actually wrote 5 things that stood out to me in your chapter. It's about the moment I stopped settling for survival and decided to create expansion. So what does that mean for you? And you wrote the biggest transformation wasn't financial. It was just taking that next step for yourself. Um,
Correct.
and you were quite honest and raw to say that you're working on yourself. So, for women out there that are feeling stuck, like you just said, what would be one inspiration and one thing that you can share that would give them that hope to go, well, if Teresa can do it, I can do it too? Because you're juggling a lot.
I'm a mom of two. I work a full time job. I work 40 hours a week. I pick up PRN shifts at a hospital as needed. And I start my day at 6 in the morning, and they don't end till 9:30, sometimes 10 o'clock at night. So really, I'm pulling, you know, 12 to 14-hour shifts all day, because when I leave work, my day doesn't stop. I come home and I tend to my kids, my husband, my house, my animals, because I have 2 cats. So if I can do this with a full time job and work my business in the cracks of my day, if it's going to allow for me and my family to have more and me to get myself out there to help other women, then I know that other women out there can do what I do.
What inspires you? Like, how do you manage it all? Because I'm listening to you and I'm visualizing your job, your family, you're coming home. And as women, we're like this.
Yep. I literally don't stop. When I'm on my lunch break, it's typically when I work my business. So I work my business in the cracks of my day. So anytime I get a little bit of free time, I'm focusing on my business because it means that much to me. And then when I get home, if I get a break, I do a little bit more, whether it's driving to work, listening to personal development, or my lunch break, or just a break throughout the day. Get it done.
Yeah, get it done. It's interesting that you say the word just get it done. I think a lot of the times we hear a lot of people saying, I have no time, I have no time, I have no time, I have no time, I have no
I
time.
hear that all the
We
time.
have to. Yeah, and what do you say? Because it's really just, it's not a priority, really.
If you want it as bad as you say you want it, it's not just gonna come to you. You have to go get it. And if you want it that bad, you're gonna find time for it.
Yeah, so true. Because you also wrote, you're allowed to work that honors your energy. I love that you said that. Work that honors your energy. Work that honors your energy. And I kept on reading that over and over again. Because a lot of the times we think, and it's very prevalent in your chapter that you talk about doing work, but is it something that you love? And can you get out of the 9 to 5 and do something that you love? And you can stay in your 9 to 5 and still do another business that you love and work your
Correct.
energy. I love that you said that. I love that you said that. What is one thing that you're most proud of?
The woman that I was almost 10 months ago when I started, she's not there anymore. I have grew so much with confidence and just, you know, stepping out of my comfort zone and approaching people, just carrying myself and presenting myself differently. I'm not that same person because 10 months ago, I would have never been sitting here on this podcast because I would have been
Wow.
embarrassed and so nervous. And here I am
I
just
would never have imagined that.
and now, like
God
sitting
no.
here talking to you and telling my story, it's like it just flows naturally.
Yeah. So naturally, I'm like, what?
My team has pushed me and helped me get here. So I can't just say it's, you know, just me. It's, the girls that I have on my side from day in and day out.
So personal development is so important in your world, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So important. You can clearly see for you saying that, I work my business on my break. I do it when I can. I still have a life. And that's kudos to you because if you want it that bad, you're going to get it. And that's exactly what you're doing.
Yes.
There's no way knowing that I would have, because I met you for the first time right now, that 10 months ago, you would not be like, what? I can talk to this
I
girl all
know.
day. We just share dog stories. I'm like, so there's something to be said for women out there, like you said, that are stuck and don't know what to do. But there's something to be said by getting the mentorship, getting the right people, surrounding yourself with the right people, and magic happens. It really is as
Yes.
simple as that. In a nutshell, if you were to look at your younger self, even though you're very young, um, what would you say to her?
Focus on yourself and don't be afraid to go for what you want because
Yeah,
there's always
yeah.
there's always more. You don't have to stay stuck in that one thing.
Teresa, thank you so much for your words of wisdom. Absolutely. You don't need to stay stuck. You don't need to stay stuck with the one thing all your life.
No.
And I can talk about this till the cows come home because we've been taught to do things one way, and it doesn't have to be that way. The world's your oyster. I'm going to leave this podcast with your last words. Leadership isn't about being the loudest, it's about being the most grounded. So go out there and lead and be your best version of yourself. So,
Yes,
Teresa,
ma'am.
thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
My pleasure. You have an awesome morning, afternoon, and evening. Go and fend for your family.